Welcome to Confused Matthew and Basil Beth's review of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1. Saw this yesterday. We've been thinking about it a while. I'm going to go ahead and let her start this off because I already know what I'm going to say, and I think you do too. But you go ahead and start us off, and I will take it from there.
Hello, everyone. Well, first of all, I guess a few of you thought I had no right to be reviewing any of these movies, but I just wanted to start off by saying that I am actually a really, really big Harry Potter fan, so I think I have some sort of, say in
foot in the door.
And, if I like this movie or not. I think that my opinion might be valued and valid, and so shove it. And first of all, I'd like to say, I mean, it wasn't my favorite of all the movies. I still think that number 4, the Goblet of Fire, was still my favorite.
Mine too.
But I liked it. I don't know. I thought they did a pretty good job of interpreting the book. They put all the important parts in there, and they did a good job. I mean, we'll discuss more later, but let's hear what Confused Matthew thought about it.
Well, as for the book, I mean, I think I've made myself clear as to how I feel about the last book. I think it's a big pile of garbage that J.K. Rowling crapped out in a weekend, and I didn't even want to see one movie about that book. But the funny thing is, ever since I learned that this was going to be split up into 2 movies, like the day I learned this was going to be split up into 2 movies, I actually said, why does this need to be 2 movies? What's the first movie going to be? Them sitting around in the tent for 2 hours? But the thing that makes that funny is I was joking. And then you see the movie and, oh my God, it actually is them just sitting in a tent for 2 hours. And, fuck me if anybody can tell me what the hell this movie is about. The basic premise just kind of runs like this. Like, I can pretty much just summarize the whole thing right now. You start off with Harry Potter being chased, and then they're like, oh, Harry Potter was chased. Well, they didn't get him. Anyway, let's go dick around in a pointless wedding. Oh, okay, hey, the wedding got attacked, but we all got out. Anyway, let's go dick around in Sirius's old house and talk about Horcruxes. Oh, hey, we found a Horcrux. Let's go track it down. Okay, we got it. Anyway, let's go sit around in a tent and talk about the Horcrux or 2. I mean, the whole movie, just like the book, is just these 3 people sitting around waiting for the next action sequence to happen to them. How is that a story? This is the worst movie I've seen in a very long time. I think the last time I saw a movie this bad was Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. And I think I'd rather watch that because more happened in that movie. This movie fucking blew. But go ahead and tell me why you liked it.
Well, first of all, I just don't even understand why you didn't like the book. I don't understand. Okay, so first of all, you liked the books up till number 6.
Yes, I liked all of the books. I even liked the book, the 5th book, and that was one that fans didn't really like very much. They thought it was really thin and boring.
That's my favorite book.
No. Was it the 5th?
The 5th is Order of the Phoenix.
Which one is the Half-Blood Crit? Oh, that's the one that most people.
Right.
I even liked that one. I even liked the movie based on that book. I liked all the books and movies except for this. I don't even know why I'm calling it what movie.
Well, what I want to know, okay, if you like the plot all up until the 6th book, and so in the 6th book they introduced the Horcruxes.
Yes.
So what do you think that they should have done in the 7th book?
I don't see. This is one thing because a lot of people
you're saying it's bad, but you have no solution.
No, I don't.
Because I don't know what you think they're supposed to do. I mean, did you want them to go back to school?
Yes.
How were they supposed to find the Horcruxes when they're in school?
Okay, why does this have to be about them tracking down the Horcruxes? What does that have to do with the Harry Potter world? I will never understand because every single book and movie up until this one was a story. The best part of Harry Potter was always him learning something about himself or learning something about his life or learning something about his family or, getting to know somebody and not really knowing, whose side they were on until he really got to know them better. And the Harry Potter story, the Harry Potter series, has never been just about Harry versus Voldemort. This is just about Harry versus Voldemort. No one's in this. No one's happening in this. Nothing's happening. I will never understand why J.K. Rowling said, okay, this is the way I'm going to finish my series. I'm going to remove every character and setting that made people love this series and replace it with fucking camping.
Well, I think that You're right, that is what it is. It comes down to Harry and Voldemort, but that's how it was always supposed to be. He has support through his life to prepare him for this, but ultimately, I mean, that's what the prophecy said.
What?
That one of them has to kill the other one.
Yes,
it has to be Harry by himself.
You said that it's preparing him for this. What is the this? What is
for him to destroy Voldemort?
And how is he doing that? By sitting around waiting for the Horcruxes to happen?
I think, honestly, by putting the Horcruxes in there, it gave them something to do. Otherwise, it literally would have been just, okay, we sit around, we find Voldemort, he kills Voldemort, whatever. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Maybe, okay, she just made up something for him to do, but they had to find the Horcruxes. I mean, there was a lot that happened.
What in God's name happened in that movie?
In this movie we just saw.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what you thought that there was going to be. That thought there was just going to be, like, wand fights 100%.
No, I'm not just looking for more action.
There was a lot of stuff between Ron and Hermione and Harry.
When they were sitting around not talking to each other or just wandering
around? They have to talk for their character development?
Yes, they have to talk, or they have to experience something, or they have to learn something about themselves. This is just them walking around looking for Horcruxes. What did they learn about themselves when they were sitting around in the tent? What did they learn about themselves when they were walking around the Ministry of Magic? What did they learn about themselves when they were laying around Sirius's house? I don't understand what event you
think... Are you just not paying attention?
No, I'm asking you, what happened?
Shut up.
No, I'm asking you, what happened that made their characters develop in this movie?
Well, first of all, they did leave some of, I mean, you don't put so much in the movie, but a lot of it was in the book about the stuff between Ron and Hermione and how they're getting closer. I mean, they even put, like, in the movie, they put that nice little scene where they fell asleep in Sirius's house and they were almost, like, holding hands when they slept. I mean, it's just little things like that. You can't just have them, I mean, you'd rather have them have a scene and going, oh, I love you, but I think you like Harry. I mean, you're not going to, like, just throw it out.
No, but I would like something
in
between those two extremes.
They did,
something in between nothing and something.
I'm trying to explain it. And so they're in the tent, and then it showed a lot of, Ron when he was recovering from being splinched. He kept watching Harry and Hermione and thinking that there was something between them, even though they're just friends and they were just planning, trying to plan what they're going to do next. And Ron was getting jealous, and then he left, and then he came back, and there's a lot of that. And then when they left, or when Ron was gone, there was actually kind of really awkward little scene where Harry and Hermione were dancing.
Oh, yeah.
They were showing it. First of all, that was weird.
They really needed to put that in the movie.
Well, I think it was just showing that, well, first of all, it was just a little, let's have some fun because this really sucks and we're, sad and whatever. But I think it was also showing, they kind of almost maybe thought about kissing, and then it was like, no, this isn't us, we're not going to do this. And I don't know, I just think that they did a good job of character development. It doesn't have to be non-stop action. I don't know what you thought.
I'm not asking for non-stop
I know,
action.
but I'm just saying, because you say, oh, they're just sitting around in a tent. And there was about a half hour of a little bit of downtime, when they're in the tent. I think what maybe you're not getting is, they mentioned this in some of the other movies, I can't remember at the moment when they started this, but Voldemort's plan is to isolate Harry, to make him feel like he's alone, and so that he feels defeated. And so that's kind of what it was. It was letting us feel what he's feeling, and you wanted him to feel isolated, like he had nobody to help him, because that's why he got them to put, like, that undesirable number one. He has the whole wizarding world against Harry.
Okay, first of all the things that you just mentioned, the stuff between Ron and Hermione and him feeling alone and isolated and everything, we've seen that in other movies.
Yeah, but it's supposed to get worse and worse.
It hasn't gotten worse. That was done better in all the other movies. That's number one. So we're not getting anything new. If the plan of this movie was to make us feel like we are just as isolated and nothing is happening just as much as it's happening to Harry,
honestly,
then that
I think I
paid off because it absolutely felt like nothing was happening. But actually,
that's only a little part of the movie.
It's not even that nothing is happening.